Good evening and happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hello, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies joins me as well. Say hello, Satsu.
Boo, Negro.
I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey, and we're here to scare you into leaking nipples. Happy Halloween, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had a fun holiday. Got to enjoy it for whatever you could where you live with the real scare out there. Scribbles, how you doing today, man?
I am the ghost of Sean Connery. Unfortunately.
Not possible. I can understand most of what you said.
Yeah. Sad day. Not happy. Obviously inevitable, but all the same. Rest in peace, Sean Connery, Captain Marco Ramius, and so many other characters. James Bond, of course, but hey, I have my favorites. Aside from that, relatively okay day. I had to do work stuff early in the morning, but it didn't take that long. And then after that, it was just kind of hanging out until TEDx time. And then here. And also, I am pondering, just as a programming note for those of you here, I'm pondering after this live streaming Night of the Living Dead with some commentary by me and perhaps other people who might join. Just because it's Halloween and it's public domain and what the hell. So I don't know if people will be interested in that because I know there's a lot of other things going on Friday nights and I don't want to step on anybody necessarily, but that's what I'm thinking. So I'll watch the chat. If you guys are interested, let me know.
Okay. Mash, thank you so much. It says, Happy Halloween, Lords of the Night, and chat. And also don't forget to set your clocks back an hour tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you live places that do the whole daylight savings time. Isn't there places that don't do that?
Britain already did theirs a few days ago. I think there are some places in the world that don't bother at all, but I don't know what those are off the top of my head.
We call them smart people. Satsu, how you doing, man?
I am also Sean Connery's ghost.
Yeah.
And I'm doing good. I wish I could tell you what all I did today. Today felt like it went on forever, and a lot of things happened. It's all a blur to me.
This is Kyle. Thank you. Says hello, chat people and LotN. I had a decent day. The girls were here and got a lot of snuggles and loves and stuff in and worn ragged. But there was a donation before the show from no one who says, Happy birthday to Pumpkin. Thank you so much for that. Yes, Pumpkin turned the big 2-0. No, 0-2.
2-0. Holy God, what's going on?
2.0.
Time machine.
She was adorable, you guys. Anytime you told her happy birthday, she'd go, Thank you, trick or treat. And it was the cutest little thing. She was so happy about Halloween, did not really care about her birthday at all. But she got lots of toys that she liked, and she got candy, so she's a happy little girl. And who we need to sing happy birthday to? Pumpkin. This is from Grandpa and the gang to you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Plumpkin.
Happy birthday to you.
I hope you tortured Monkey real good.
Happy birthday, dear Pumpkin.
Next year is going to be even better.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Papa loves you. And also the youngest, last night we're sitting upstairs and I told you guys that she likes Grandma more than she likes me. That's fine. But she won't say Grandma. And I looked at her and say Grandpa. And Grandma goes, maybe Papa. I said, can you say Papa? She goes, Papa. I'm like, oh. I win again.
Yeah, I told you guys, Leo almost made my dad cry.
Johnny, thank you. Keep the booze away from that 20-year-old baby. Well, still too young in this state at 20. So, yeah. When they say Papa, man, your heart just melts. So I feel your dad there, man. But yeah, Halloween. I love me some Halloween. Did you guys have trick-or-treating in your area, do you know?
Nope.
If I did, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We had very limited here. I mean, they did it, but apparently they were like, what'd they say? Like every third house, maybe somebody was giving out stuff. But they also did a little trick-or-treat thing for the kids that the high school usually did, except for they did it outdoors this year, so they froze the children. Thank you, Pincalo, for the poop emoji. And thank you, Chris. Here's some birthday money for the Grand Monkey. Thank you so very much. And with that, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies, video games, hit that like button. Let's get on to the real spooky stuff. What's in the news today?
Well, as I said, Sean Connery passed away at the age of 90. I don't know if there's much more to be said about who he is. Everybody knows who he is and everything else. So put a ping in the chat in honor of Captain Ramius.
One ping only.
One ping only. And thank you to everybody who sent me your regards in my sense of loss for Captain Ramius, because it was the first thing I saw this morning. I think I might have been one of the earliest people to catch that thing in my little circle of things, and I was just like, God damn it. Damn it. So, yeah.
I knew he'd been around a long time. I didn't realize he was 80.
90.
90. Yeah. I know he was Bond in the 60s, right?
Yep.
So he's been, and he was like not a spring chicken then. He was 30s probably?
Thereabouts, yep.
Tall person, thank you. Happy Hug a Sheep Day, everybody. New Zealanders, hug a sheep day.
They should they should put on his tombstone the man who looked like an old man his whole life.
Right. But I knew he was elderly. I didn't know he was 90. Jesus, we're getting old. Thank you, Pincalo says, I'm not Spanish, I'm Egyptian. Waz Ramirez.
Yeah, his Highlander character. But anyway, that aside, strangely enough, this is CNN's top story, or at least it was a little while ago. Trump has cast doubt on a peaceful transfer of power, but the preparation for one is well underway.
Will it Forge, thank you, since I just finished an 8-hour Phasmophobia stream. Oh, cool. Hope you had fun.
I think what they meant to write is we cast doubts for a peaceful transition, but there's one underway.
Well, it took 1, 2, 3, 4 people to write this story. President Donald Trump has cast doubt on whether he will commit to a peaceful transfer of power should Democrat Joe Biden win the election. Yeah, because I can see just Trump like boxing it out with Biden in the entrance of the White House. That's what I see. But the secretive process to prepare a would-be Biden administration has been underway for months with help from top Trump officials.
What?
How? Why? How? Oh, the legally mandated transition happens every 4 years and ensures that, should a transfer of power be needed, the incoming president is able to use the less than 3 months to stand up a government and hit the ground running on Inauguration Day.
Our wino, thank you. Happy Chanamalazabujour Day. And thank you, James Colley says, so it's National Foreplay Day in New Zealand. Or asks, I should say. Thank you, gentlemen.
But experts on transitions tell CNN, experts on transitions.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's a role that depends on your job, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really does.
In college, that's different than in government.
But experts in transitions tell CNN that a possible transition from Trump to Biden, because of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the differences between the two candidates, and the economic downturn gripping the nation, could be among the most consequential in modern history. Could be.
Could be.
Won't be. And Trump has not made the consequences of that possible transfer any less tense, regularly dodging questions about a peaceful transition of power to Biden and baselessly questioning whether the election will be fairly decided. You mean, unlike the Democrats who keep telling us the Russians and cheating are going to get Trump back into the White House?
Uh-huh.
Baselessly, mind you.
Jesus. Come on, guys.
Baseless.
Come on, man.
By the way, the Russians.
Furry Kitten, thank you. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
I see birthday cakes in the chat.
Yeah,
Skep,
it's
yep. Go ahead.
Skep. I'm getting a name.
Oh, okay. Okay. But his administration, led by Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Coordination Chris Liddell, has been working with Biden's team to prepare for the possible handover. Why would they do that? Why would they possibly do that? If Trump is getting ready to set up a sandbagging barricade in front of the White House if Biden wins the election, why would they do that?
The law?
But the law doesn't matter to Trump. He's going to have a non-peaceful transition of power. No transition at all. He's going to defy the Constitution, monkey.
I'm trying to give an answer, but none of them will fit the absurdity of what you're reading about.
All right. Well, anyway, Skeptok's dad's name is Joe.
Joe. Damn, 93. Congratulations, sir. Happy birthday, and this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to
you.
Oh, that's a Regal song.
Happy birthday to
you.
I feel all official and stuff.
Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joe. I hope you have a great one.
The troops start coming in. Everybody start firing at each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Even with the White House's current cooperation, however, the Biden team is making preparations for potential roadblocks from Trump and his administration. Multiple sources familiar with the work of the transition team have told CNN.
In other words, people at CNN. Playing this game.
Given the slew of legal ramifications, much of these preparations has fallen under senior advisor and former White House counsel Bob Bauer. CNN has previously reported that the Biden team has assembled an expansive legal team led by Bauer and the Biden campaign's general counsel Dana Remus to focus on potential voting and election issues. Why would there be potential voting and election issues? All the accusations that the election is going to be off are baseless.
This is something that teams have done forever and really ramped up and made sure they had a good team in place after 2000.
Mm-hmm.
But they're acting like, oh, it's just because of Trump. Shut up.
Yeah, this is all novel because of Trump. It's unprecedented, is it though? Biden's transition team, which began its work over the summer, is a robust operation with two of the multiple co-chairs, Jeff Zients and Ted Kaufman, taking the primary lead in overseeing these ongoing efforts. Kaufman, a close Biden ally who has advised the former vice president for decades, is also an expert on presidential transitions. During the short time he served as a senator from Delaware after Biden became vice president, he passed a bill aimed at streamlining the transition process. Interesting. Anita Dunn, a senior advisor to the Biden campaign and former White House communications director, is another one of the co-chairs, along with New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and Louisiana Representative Cedric Richmond. Biden's effort has been growing for months, and according to a source, is up to at least 150 people. Another source familiar with the transition staffing plans.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ. Tells CNN that the effort could get as large as 300 people by the inauguration. Wow. Nice work if you can get it.
Why do these people have to be anonymous?
I don't know. I have no idea. Why?
This isn't a state secret.
Yeah. Nobody's life is in danger. Nobody's career is at risk. Should the transition be needed? Should the transition be needed? Oh, okay. Biden wins. Biden's transition team is technically housed at the Department of Commerce's headquarters in Washington, but like most of America during the pandemic, they have been working virtually. This will likely continue after the election, said a transition official with the most boring and who cares anecdote ever. Okay, I don't care anymore. Yeah, Trump is not going to punch anybody in the face if Biden wins. He's going to bow out.
I mean, he might punch somebody in the face, but he's not going to refuse to leave.
Refusing to have a peaceful transition of power. Okay, he'll throw a tantrum transition of power. Tantrum transition of power. There you go.
If he had a dog, I think he might kick it, but otherwise,
that hasn't even been the issue for me throughout this whole thing. Like I'm actually of the belief that Trump might very well contest the election numbers or whatever, and they will have to be looked at. That doesn't even matter though, because the whole point is the fact that he could do that is a monumental thing that needs to be talked about, and it's a detriment to our democracy. It's like, no, it's not. Even if he does do it, they're going to look it over. It's either going to be correct or it's not going to be, and that's going to be the end of it. Like, it's going to end right there, and nobody's going to talk about it anymore. Like, it doesn't matter. They want it to matter really, really bad, but it doesn't.
Anyway, so same old stuff we've been hearing for months. Took 4 people to tell us all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad we know now.
And it will be really news if it was like the Trump administration has refused to cooperate with the Biden transition team and da-da-da. That would be news. That would be something. This just puts doubt to your own reporting for the last 7 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, in more horrible news, a different story that took 1, 2, 3 reporters to tell us about. Greek Orthodox priest shot with sawed-off shotgun outside a church in Lyon, France.
Jesus.
Well, that might have been a consideration. A Greek Orthodox priest who was closing a church in Lyon, France, was shot Saturday by a lone assailant using a sawed-off shotgun. The French. We keep wanting to say that for some reason. I think Satsu did the same thing last night, didn't you?
Sure did.
The French National Police said. Is there a salad dressing called French?
French dressing?
Is there like French onion and ranch? It's like French.
You ain't never had French dressing? That shit is delicious.
That sounds horrible.
Guys, is there a French onion ranch dressing out there somewhere, chat? That's called French? Because if not, there should be now, just because I said so. The 52-year-old priest was shot in the stomach, and his condition is considered life-threatening. Okay, so he's not dead
Holy
yet.
shit, he lived?
I know. Damn, that's one tough priest. The assailant fled after the shooting and remains at large. A police spokesperson said the shooter was dressed in a long black coat and a black beanie and seemed to be hiding the shotgun under his coat. Long black coat, black beanie, French. I really hope someone wasn't doing a Leon the Professional LARP there. Residents of the neighborhood and a municipal police patrol reported hearing 2 shots near the Hellenic Orthodox Church in Lyon's 7th district on Saturday. They saw a person running and later found the wounded priest at the back door of the church. A motive for the attack remains unknown, according to the statement from police. The Lyon Public Prosecutor's Office has opened an investigation on charges of attempted murder and are coordinating with the National Anti-Terror Prosecutor's Office, according to the statement. French Prime Minister Jean Castex, I don't know how to say that, told reporters that a serious incident had occurred, but that, quote, "we don't have precise elements yet," unquote. Okay, as in like the details, I suppose, but all right.
Yeah.
So they don't know a motive. They don't have the suspect. Hard to say whether or not this is related either directly or tangentially to the recent other attacks. So
all we know is he was shot.
He was shot. He's currently in super critical condition. Apparently 2 shots went off. I don't know if the priest took both shots and is still alive. That's one tough priest. But
He's got God on his side. Damn.
Yeah. So, yay, France. Wonderful place to be right now. Let's see. What else is going on? How about some Hunter news? You want some Hunter news?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
You got a super chat.
Thank you. Understatement. The priest is +5 against projectiles and rolled 20.
Or he has the merit divine intervention. One of the two. DOJ investigating Hunter Biden over money laundering allegations. A witness interviewed by the FBI as part of a year-long criminal investigation into the overseas business dealings of Hunter Biden said this week that the Bureau's agents focused their questions in part on the work that the son of the Democratic presidential nominee, former Vice President Joe Biden, performed for a Ukrainian company while his father was handling Ukrainian policy for the Obama administration. In an exclusive interview with Sinclair Media on Thursday, Tony Bobulinski, which totally sounds like a boxing promoter or something, a former business partner of Hunter Biden, said he was interviewed for some 5 hours by up to 6 FBI agents at a time at a bureau office in Washington on October 23rd. The federal agents, Bobulinski said, listed him as a, quote, material witness, unquote, in an ongoing investigation, told him they will require additional questioning, and extracted the data from 3 cell phones that he made available. Bobulinski has said the devices contain emails, corporate documents, WhatsApp chats, and other digital evidence of his tenure as an executive at Sinohawk, a venture co-founded by Hunter Biden to do business with the Chinese energy giant CEFC. But Bobulinski's account of his FBI interview suggests the Bureau is also pursuing investigative leads that extend beyond Sinohawk's Chinese venture to include Hunter Biden's work in Ukraine.
Thank you, Ben Carlo, who says, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Quote,
they're taking Russian hoax.
I guess so, yeah. Russian disinformation. Quote, I can assure you that the agents in that room, when we walked through the text messages where Hunter Biden outlines he's on the back of Mykola, the founder of Burisma's yacht in Monaco, that they were at full attention, taking extensive notes and asking multiple questions, Bobulinski told Sinclair in a satellite interview from Los Angeles. Mykola Zokolevsky is the founder of the Ukrainian energy firm Burisma, identified in a recent Senate Homeland Security Committee report entitled Hunter Biden, Burisma, and Corruption, as a natural gas company that paid the younger Biden approximately $83,000 a month to sit on its board while the elder Biden oversaw U.S. foreign policy toward Ukraine. The impeachment proceedings against President Trump in late 2019 and earlier this year focused on his request that the Ukrainian government announce investigations in Hunter Biden's work for Burisma, which apparently now has some weight to it.
No. It still doesn't have any weight to it. They're just investigating it for fun. It's still a Russian disinformation campaign. They just gotta investigate it to be sure.
Right. Do some investigating with a big old magnifying glass.
There you go.
Covered in grease.
Like a professional.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's going on.
Yay.
Several people have just noticed my avatar. This is Monka Lantern. I had him on last night on Monkey in the Morning, and I just kept him for today because it's Halloween. And yes, he is adorable. He's my favorite monkey I've ever made. And once a year before Halloween, you can buy merch with him on it. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something that really amused the shit out of me regarding Hunter. There was a story yesterday from, I believe it was MSNBC. And they were talking about why they haven't really covered the Hunter Biden stuff. And they had 2 reasons. One, because the Wall Street Journal and Fox News looked at the evidence and they couldn't find anything, which was funny. MSNBC going, well, Fox News couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Because Fox News, as you know, is a reliable source for MSNBC.
Yeah, right? And then the other was because, well, they're not really making the documents readily available to everyone. I'm like, but that hard drive's been turned over to the FBI, and you guys had no problem getting information from the FBI during Russiagate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What did your sources dry up there at the FBI? Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Did people familiar with the matter suddenly become unfamiliar with
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you fucking kidding? Those are your reasons? At least tell me, hey, we don't believe it. At least then I'd be like, all right, fine. But you're telling me you're not doing it because you believe Fox News.
Yeah. And we're
shut the fuck up.
That.
Let's see. Last one I got was just sort of a one-off article I saw from the AP. Policing reform, civilian oversight, and more. After months of protest, voters decide. So this is apparently going to tell us what measures are up for grabs in different places in the country regarding abolition of police and so on.
All right.
I'll skip all the introductory stuff and just go on to it. California, Los Angeles County, Measure J, Los Angeles County Community Investment and Alternatives to Incarceration. This measure would amend the county's charter and require the allocation of money from the general fund no less than 10% by the summer of 2024. 10% of California's general fund. Just want to put that out there for a second. For housing, mental health care, and programs considered alternatives to incarceration. The money could not be spent on the sheriff's department and other county law enforcement agencies. Supporters say it resets county spending to address long-standing inequities, especially in communities of color.
Yeah, because those are the only people who are really going to need it. You know, they're all criminals, right? Oh, sorry.
10% of the general fund.
I need some help here. Every time we've seen one of these shootings or something, I don't remember hearing about any of the people being homeless.
It's not about the shootings. It's about general crime and restorative justice.
Oh, but that was never a thing until the shooting started popping up.
Yeah,
it wasn't on the ballots.
Every single day. General crime happens in these neighborhoods every single day, and the people who live over there completely ignore it all the time.
Well, what they should do is do what Seattle's doing, and that's just make every misdemeanor crime basically blameless for anybody who is homeless.
Over on the Streamlabs, Furry Kitten, thank you. They couldn't verify it because it wasn't supplied by the bastion of truth that is BuzzFeed. All other sources are bunk, indeed.
Let's see. The city of Oakland, Measure S1 would strengthen oversight of the police department by building on an earlier measure approved 4 years ago, which established a civilian-based police commission. It expands the powers of the commission and the Community Police Review Agency. It creates the Office of Inspector General, which would review cases of police misconduct and CPRA investigations. It also makes the commission independent, taking it out of the city and police department's chain of command. Backers of the measure say it increases public trust and police accountability. On the surface, that doesn't seem... I'd be curious to know exactly what powers is being expanded into it, but...
I don't have a problem with an oversight board as long as you're talking about people who know what they're talking about.
Right, yeah. San Diego, Measure B. It sounds like I'm at Sesame Street or something. In recent years, activists have pushed for a stronger community review board. Measure B changes civilian oversight of the San Diego Police Department from the Advisory Community Review Board on Police Practices to the Commission on Police Practices, which would have the power to subpoena witnesses and conduct investigations into police officer misconduct. Okay.
So another law enforcement agency is being made.
Well, the commission would be independent of the mayor and the city police department.
So who do they answer to?
Well, they're a community. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, not scary about that at all.
The community. They answer to the community. Let's see. San Francisco, Proposition D, Sheriff Oversight. The measure would set up 2 new oversight bodies for the San Francisco County Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department Oversight Board would make policy recommendations. The Sheriff Department's Office of Inspector General would conduct investigations of in-custody deaths and complaints and make policy recommendations on police use of force. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna get out of California. Let's go somewhere else. Illinois. Let's go to the wonderful land of Illinois. Because as we know, Illinois, what they need is less police.
Yeah.
Illinois has 2 advisory referenda on the ballot in DuPage County, an area 20 miles west of Chicago. Both measures are a response, perhaps, to the calls to, quote, defund the police, unquote. Historically, the largest portion of the county's budget, about 47%, has been dedicated to law enforcement, including the DuPage County Sheriff, the state's attorney, and the public defender and other offices. The Law Enforcement Budget Advisory asks voters whether the county should continue to consider law enforcement and public safety as a top budgeting priority. A second advisory initiative asks whether DuPage County should continue to fund and support training methods that decrease the risk of injury to officers and suspects.
No. Why would you do that?
I obviously not. We want officers and suspects to be more injured.
You want them in the most mortal danger possible.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. Ohio. We'll end on this one since Satsu and Sinatra will be affected by this.
Yay.
In 2017, Akron was reportedly the first city in Ohio to provide a body camera for all police officers. In an effort to increase, quote, transparency and accountability, unquote, Issue 2 on the November ballot would require recordings from police body and dashboard cameras that document police use of force that results in death or serious injury be released to the public as long as the release is permissible under state or federal law. Voters in Columbus, meanwhile, will decide whether the city should create a civilian police review board to carry out investigations of alleged police misconduct.
A group of people who think that police are evil by default. That should be fun. Yes.
Real quick, a couple of donations here. Thank you over on the Streamlabs X43. I'm listening to bureaucratic bloat on the ballot. Maybe if it's an issue, correct the agencies that have problems rather than just build another and another damn agency to oversee the oversight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost seems silly, doesn't it? And Snub, thank you. Illinois tried to trick voters. They misled us saying we would need our mail-in ballots to vote even if we didn't get one. They can shut up.
Well, here's the thing with basically the comment that was just made there, and the system of, you know, the whole system is fucked. So we need another system to put over the top of that system to regulate that system. And I'm like, well, who's going to regulate that one? Mm-hmm. It's just like, those are still people. We're dealing with human beings here, flawed individuals who are responsible for overseeing what's already in place. And now you're going to add another layer of flawed individuals on top of that layer to oversee the people who are supposed to be overseeing this one. And what's going to be their guidelines?
I do want to point out to you guys, well, I say I don't believe you have to vote. I don't think you should if you don't want to. The presidential election is not the only thing on your ballot. This is the kind of stuff that's going to impact your communities that will be on the election ballot.
Yep.
You can skip the presidential. You don't even have to put nothing in there. Skip that shit if you don't care about it. Pay attention to what laws are being passed in your state by your people. Anything else to say on that, gentlemen?
Nah. And I'm going to put the link in the chat because there might be stories or initiatives in there about your local territory that you might be interested in, because there's stuff all over the place. Especially the longest list, if you can believe it, is Washington State.
I believe that.
I can't imagine why. Oh, actually, no. It might be equaled by Pennsylvania. Hard to say, but those two have the largest sections of the report. Aside from California, I guess, which has a lot of those. Anyway,
so state reps, they're every 2 years, right? Like not every 4.
Well,
yeah, it depends.
Because you have a state representative. You'll also, in many places, have state senators. You'll have state assemblymen. It depends on where you are, how the systems are set up. So you'd have to know what state you're in.
Yeah.
And I don't know Ohio's setup. So states got to set themselves up. They don't have to follow the federal ones.
That's right.
Okay.
Rules.
It's going to bring us on to MSS News. Guys, if there's a story you'd like us to read, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News on the Twitter machine. We can't get to them all, but that's just because we have oversight upon oversight upon oversight.
We in fact do not.
Oversight section.
No one actually oversees this. This is just the three of us fucking around 6 nights a week.
That is not what I was told.
By who?
By
some guy.
Overseers.
Oh, by someone familiar with the matter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Behind the 7-Eleven, wearing a trench coat, moving very rapidly near his pants.
Whoa. Okay, I don't know what you do with Sinatra on the weekend.
Was that not lotion either?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But it moisturizes.
My skin has never glowed so much. First story comes to us from Wandering Lisa. Man finds creepy handwritten note and spooky Polaroid while redecorating new home.
Okay.
Was he in amnesia?
A man who came across a cryptic handwritten note and Polaroid of a clown in his house has been left spooked. Oh, fuck no. I start redecorating and I find a clown picture that I didn't take. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Paul Jones from Liverpool was in the middle of redecorating his house and he came across a memento left behind by what he thinks must have been the previous owners. What? That's a stupid sentence.
Thinks must have been. Okay.
Did you do it? Then no, it was probably whoever owned it first or before you. There was a note which read, "Dear Megan, I hate you a lot at the moment, but I love you," which looks to have been written by a child. But this didn't add up as the former tenants didn't have any children.
Uh-oh.
Along with the note, he found a Polaroid of a man dressed in a creepy clown costume with a sad expression on his face.
Oh, my God.
Paul submitted the freakish find in a competition held in Sofa and Carpet Specialist SCS in the hopes of being in with a chance of winning a sofa worth £489 or euros. I'm not sure which that is.
Oh, a contest at a sofa store for what? I'm so confused.
But Paul isn't the only one to send in their creepy discoveries, as Sam McCloskey came across blueprints and found food log for an old mental hospital from the 20s. The black folder, which was inscribed with gold lettering, read Brighton County Borough Mental Hospital Block Plans 1929.
Okay.
A spooky doll was found by Anita Adams in 2001. The doll, which had been dressed in an old-fashioned dress and bonnet, supposedly had 3 faces. Oh, no, don't make me look at a creepy doll. What the fuck's wrong with you? All right, yeah, I'm not sorry. We get to creepy doll and I can't look. I need to sleep eventually tonight. Thank you, MASH. When did Cryptic leave handwritten notes around?
Yeah.
Before this guy owned it, obviously. And Dark Resurrect, thank you. So there was a fire in that location soon after? You would imagine. Yeah, that really does look like I hate you at the moment, but I love you. Okay, moving along. I think this is the story that I was mentioning earlier. Jedi Ghost Bear. Yeah, this is it. Here's what happened when NBC News tried to report on the alleged Hunter Biden emails.
All right.
The complaints from Donald Trump and his allies have been growing louder as the election approaches. Why isn't the mainstream media covering the Hunter Biden laptop story? Trump and his allies say there's evidence of corruption in the emails and documents allegedly found on the laptop belonging to Democrat Joe Biden's son. Why not just say Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
They say those and other documents show that Hunter Biden used his father's influence to enrich himself through his business deals in Ukraine and China, and that his father not only facilitated that, but may have benefited financially.
May have.
But the Wall Street Journal and Fox News, among the only news organizations have been given a chance or to be given access to the key documents, found that the emails and other records don't make that case. Leaving aside the many questions about their provenance, the materials offered no evidence that Joe Biden played any role in his son's dealings in China, let alone profited from them, both news organizations concluded.
Well, I'm glad the news organizations concluded it, given the FBI is still investigating it.
Yeah, and given that's not exactly what the Wall Street Journal... I haven't seen what Fox News said, but that's not exactly what the Wall Street Journal said either. Yeah. What the Wall Street Journal said is it's inconclusive, not that there's no evidence.
Right.
Or that it's not supportive. But yeah, that is the story that I was talking about. Like, if only you were a news organization that could go, report news.
Or ask questions, or be skeptical of something in the absence of any evidence to the contrary, and so on and so forth. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Well, I mean, why would they do that if the result is what they want to believe already?
I guess so. Why do any work? Yeah, they're journalists, not investigators, guys.
Those fuckers who are familiar with the matter are tight-lipped on this shit.
Strangely, since why wouldn't they say something given the fact that they're anonymous for some reason?
They've gotten oddly unfamiliar over time.
Yeah, I'm suddenly not familiar with this matter.
Not anymore. I used to be. Back in the glory days, I used to be quite familiar with the matter, but now, not so much.
The next one comes to us from Massive Dynamic. And I don't have the original. They sent me an archive instead of just sending the root link itself. Did the root take this down?
Or there was a possibility they might.
The root?
I don't
know.
Scribe thinks the root has shame.
Especially with this title. Too many black men wish to be white, and that's a problem the election won't end.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus, I mean, look at Satsu's avatar. It's obviously true.
This was filed to black men.
That's their category?
That's a category.
Black men.
Black men.
Yeah. Basically, any black person who is striving to be successful is striving to be white, because everybody knows that success is synonymous with whiteness. So,
well, I've heard that before. One of my earliest videos, there was a guy who was talking about how when he was growing up, he was doing really well in school, this, that, and the other, and his friends said, "Why are you trying to be white?"
Oh yeah, so, that's said to me several times growing up.
So it's not. There's some basis for that notion, but it doesn't. I mean, as far as let's say culturally, but literally, rationally, still doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, and it's one of the problems that the black community has been dealing with constantly for no short amount of time, where it's just like everything you do that's not considered a black thing that black people are supposed to be doing is you attempting to be white, because science.
So vilifying doing well for yourself, effectively.
Yes, okay. Yes. And it literally puts people in the position where they feel like they need to tone themselves down or pull themselves back as far as either achievements or the way that they talk, the manner in which they speak, whether or not they speak up on, certain topics or subjects or whatever, in the fear of sounding not smart, but white.
Right.
Mike R, thank you, says, my MSS news story not good enough? ? LOL. I am reading them in the order that they are as listed by latest on Twitter.
That's right. It's not our fault. It's Twitter's fault.
So once I started the stories, Wandering Lisa was at the top, and I've gone directly in order. So take that up with your timing or Twitter. Or relax and be patient.
No, we can't do
Very
that.
true.
When attempting to explain during a university-sponsored book talk a few weeks ago, the difference between truth and honesty to students, I posed a scenario where Jeff Bezos decided to buy a house on my block and live there. With him as my new neighbor, if you took the newly combined net worth of each family on the block and divided that number by the number of families on the block, roughly 20, you could factually state that the average person in my neighborhood is a billionaire. No, you couldn't.
What?
No, you couldn't.
What? Jesus Christ.
This would be the truth, but it is also deeply dishonest because of one person's wildly disproportionate impacts on the results. It wouldn't. No, that would not be true.
The results.
It wouldn't be true.
You could say average net worth on the block might be billionaire.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're an idiot, it could be completely true. Let's not forget about that. I'm sure there are some idiots out there who are like, yeah, that's correct math, right?
This was a crude example, I know, and I'll blame that on my iron deficiency that morning. I hadn't eaten yet. But it did provide a quick and clear-ish delineation.
No.
And I thought of this hypothetical while reading Michael Harriot's The Myth of the Black Male Trump Supporter earlier this week.
Oh, there's your first problem.
They don't exist. It's not a real thing.
Right.
Real
yeah.
people.
In it, Michael uses allegory, anecdote, data, interviews, and his own experience to dispel the notion that 1, black men are sympathizing and siding with Donald Trump in large numbers, and 2, there are enough black male Trump voters to have any real impact on the election.
So Michael Harriot used 75% made up and hypotheticals and data of some kind in. Okay, that sounds reliable. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
you know what they didn't factor into their data?
What's that?
That black men are the white people of black people.
Oh, you're
Yep.
right. I forgot it. Didn't the Root tell us that?
Was it? It could have been.
I want to say it was the Root that gave us that article. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either Root or Medium,
Or it was Very Smart Brothers.
which is a subsidiary of the Root.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're their own thing, kind of.
What he says here is unquestionably true.
Unquestionably. Well, I guess that sells it. I don't have to ask any questions now.
Yeah, there you go. Why ask questions when things are unquestionably true?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to get to his point because we haven't even got there yet.
Of course not. You got to swim through all the shit first.
There's still far more prospective black voters who will vote Trump than Biden than Trump. And as I've stated before, the results of the election are dependent on white people, not us. But while I don't believe that's not true.
Why does your vote matter then? I mean, you're still behind Latinos in the predicted most people to vote, but like telling politicians, because politicians are reading this type of shit too, that as black people your votes don't matter.
Yeah.
Probably not the best tactic.
Talk about undercutting your own value in the voting process. What the fuck, dude?
and missing the fact that if there were more black voters out there in 2016, say the numbers that came out in 2008, Hillary would have been president.
Yeah.
Yep.
If they voted along traditional lines.
Mm-hmm.
Far too many black men disillusioned with national politics escape to a low information politic that, whether they realize it or not, aligns them with the worst of white people.
Disillusioned? Why would they be disillusioned when their votes don't matter?
Instead of allowing the frustrations to shift us left, we become Mitch McConnell.
What?
What the fuck? And far too many of us are too easily seduced by the attention and allure of black contrarianism.
I have no idea where we are right now.
Here we go.
As ignorant and uncouth as the president is, his emotional intelligence is high enough to know that the best way to appeal to Ice Cube and Lil Wayne and Kanye West and Jason Whitlock and the tens of thousands of much poorer and less famous black men who think like them is through ego.
What?
Don't be a sheep, he whispers in their ear as they giddily nod and smile. Why be a commoner over there when I could be a commander over here?
Wow. That's the message, huh?
You want to know how a person gains a perspective such as this?
Good tell.
By experience.
Dark Resurrect, thank you. Am I not high enough to understand this? Well, let me boil it down, because this actually goes back to what you guys started talking about before we ever started reading, the whole why you act in white kind of thing.
Yeah.
Take a look at somebody like Ice Cube. His only message there, literally, go read it, go watch it. He both wrote it and said it, was no matter who you vote for, hold their feet to the fire to the promises they've made us.
Yep.
And that's acting white. Expecting results is acting white. What you should do is shut the hell up and take what they give you.
That's right. Like we do all the time. Democrats didn't promise us shit, but we still got their dick in our mouth.
Yep.
They promised us shit, and they even told us, fuck you. We'll talk to you afterwards if you make sure that we win. And God damn it, we believe them.
Yep.
We're not sheep. You guys are.
And the Democrats got it smart this time. They're like, hey, we can't lie to you if we didn't promise you anything.
Exactly. They don't have to keep any promises and somebody actually made that point. They're like, well, at least the Democrats aren't making promises to us like 2 or 3 days before the election. I'm like, they're not making them to you at all.
Yeah.
Period. Like, there are no promises to be made to you because you're idiots. Like, they don't need to make any promises to you. That you've made it plain. They don't have to tell you that they're going to do anything for you because you just believe it's going to happen. Because they're the good mens. And those bad mens aren't going to do anything for us. I mean, they have a full comprehensive plan with actual tangible numbers that we can look at and examine. But that's all a smokescreen. The people who don't have anything for us, they're the ones who really have our better interest in mind. It's comical, and I want to laugh, but the Negro in me wants to cry.
Now, the next story comes to us from Shrouded Angel, but I want to put this one in here. I saw this story. We're not going to read this one, but the headline is Man's Gruesome Halloween Display So Realistic People Have Called the Police.
Oh, I saw that picture, yeah.
If you haven't seen the picture, holy shit. Well done, folks. But remember, there's still kids and shit that live in your neighborhood, weirdos.
Yeah, and one person decides that that's not fake. Some really bad things can happen. Or a cop thinks something else is going on. Yeah, be careful.
Instead, we're going to read this one from Shrouded Angel. Student left mortified after gushing over sexy lecturer, but he hears every word.
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
Was this on Zoom or something?
I'm not sure. Hang on. I'm trying to pause and stop all the ads and shit running because it's from the Mirror.
Oh.
There are very few aspects of life which have not been forced to adapt as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, and education is no exception. Although plenty of school children are back in the classroom, many higher education students find themselves attending virtual class online instead. It can be a struggle to stay motivated and engaged with teachers and classmates in the same way through technology, but one student recently encountered no such problem thanks to her sexy lecturer. Unfortunately, her attempts to share her interest in him with friends backfired spectacularly, and the hilarious video has racked up millions of views on social media. The video on TikTok shows a student zoom into the stream of her guest lecturer as she adds the commentary, "This man is so sexy. Are you fucking kidding me? I will listen to anything you say." She then gasps when she realizes her microphone has not been muted and the lecturer has been sitting silently listening to her class contribution, as well as everyone else on the call.
Well, at least you didn't pull a Jeffrey Toobin.
The mortified woman continues to film with her hand over her face as another voice says, "I hope she figured out that she's on, but we are recording, so let's go ahead." It racked up more than 5 million views and 8,000 comments as she added, "Sorry for exploiting you, my sexy guest lecturer man. Respectfully dropping out now." I hate to do this, but I'm just trying to imagine that if that was the other way.
Monkey.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Monkey. It was like right there, and I'm just like, he's gonna say what I'm about to say, right? So I just, because I'm just like, imagine the conversations we would have to have about sexual assault and
it's the male gaze.
Women in professional positions being
objectified.
Yeah, dude, this would be that many hits. It'd be national news. Like,
oh yeah. Politicians would be giving speeches about how horrible it is a woman lecturer can't get up there and be taken seriously as an academic.
Yeah.
Instead, judged for her looks.
Not only are women carrying most of the weight of the pandemic, they also have to face.
Oh my God, you should write this shit.
I'm telling you, it's so fucking predictable.
You need to start your own Medium article, man.
And
it's just sad because one, that's a funny thing, and it's
funny.
Horribly embarrassing for her.
It would have been funny in either instance for normal people, but
yeah. But again, if it was a man, if those were reversed, a man said this to a female teacher, they'd be like, "Oh, I cannot believe it. I'm going to need to go lay down." Oh, God, what is this?
This Gamergate-esque response.
No, yeah.
Oh, fuck. And then there's a movie. This one comes from Jim Healis and Scribe. I believe this was sent for you.
Oh, okay.
French dressing origins revealed by Breaking Bad creator. We tried out.
Yay!
Last week's episode of AMC's hit drama Breaking Bad started by leaving meth behind and venturing into a different kind of subpar lab, the kitchen. Here's a money laundering fast food executive eats a last meal, tater tots dipped in a variety of experimental dipping sauces before committing suicide to avoid the police. I forgot how cheery that show was.
Mm-hmm.
In what will undoubtedly be one of this season's most quoted scenes, a scientist at a taste laboratory explains one of the condiments. This one is a new concept, and it intrigues us. Half French dressing and half ranch. We simply refer to it as French.
Hey!
See, we've been right this whole time.
I don't. They said they tried it. Does this? There's not. Unable to resist the rich history and flavor of this crossbreed dressing, we made up a batch and tested in our lab rats. Food editors Kristen and Rachel and entertainment reporter Joe, who gave their reviews for the above video. I don't see a video though. I wouldn't watch it right now anyway, but there's no video here.
It's above, monkey. You gotta look above.
I am above.
Are you above enough?
I'm to the very top of the page, and the only thing there is COVID-19 won't stop us, MDA, and there's a little kid in a wheelchair.
No, look on your ceiling, monkey.
No, it's not up there either. So I can't give you what they said because apparently it's in a video that they don't want to share with us.
Oh, man.
I tried, you guys. I was looking for what their opinion was.
Should we call that a skillless plug?
Yes.
Like a shameless plug.
Shio, thank you. Think I might give Halloween a pass this year. After all, I've been munching sweets and wearing a mask since March. Yes, but this is for a reason.
Wait. That's sad.
Dark Resurrect, thank you. I have tried it. It almost made me puke.
It sounds like a disgusting thing. Like I don't even think I would want to try that.
I think I have French dressing upstairs. I'll try it. I'll mix some up 50-50, see what happens. I think it'll depend on what you dip in it, you know. I wouldn't like it on like a salad. That sounds kind of gross, but like as a dipping sauce, I can see it.
It might actually depend on the type of ranch and French dressing too.
Look, there's only one type of ranch.
Well, you know what I mean.
Hidden Valley is the only real ranch. Everything else is like, well, they wouldn't give us the recipe, so we decided to call this ranch.
To be fair, I've had ranch from some places that taste like French dressing. So I'm just like, what the fuck? This ain't ranch.
What the hell? I can't tell exactly what that is. This counts. I'm not sure if this counts as counts for MSS News, but I felt the need to share this horse hockey, and it is a tweet from somebody says this disgusting scene is on display every Halloween in Maple Ridge. The owners laugh at anyone who complains, and local paper lists it as a house to visit. My friend and her black son live nearby and see this lynching every day. The bodies wiggle in a noose. This is not funny. It's not it's not a racist thing. I'll share the tweet if you guys want to take a look at it. And I don't think I can get away with showing the picture on the screen, though, because it does depict violence. So you guys can check it out yourself and see. And Miss Tamara Taggart, lighten the fuck up.
I don't know why people are so eager to lay claim to shit like that. Like, I want this thing, this horrible thing that's happened to people who look like me in the past, but also almost every other civilization in the world, because hanging has been a thing that pretty much every group has done. It's just like, I want it to be exclusively about us. That's about Negroes, guys, nobody else. And anytime I see it, I want to feel like it's directed at me because I want to be offended by it. It's like, but you don't have to be.
But there's also a guillotine there.
Yeah.
All right. It is the top of the hour, so we are going to call it there for MSS News and move on to YouTube time. Satsu, what you been up to today?
Did I do anything? I don't think I did anything today. I can't remember, man. This day has been so long. I don't think I did anything today as far as YouTube is concerned. I played zombies with my friend, and we beat the Easter egg that we've been trying to beat for a couple days. And that's kind of it.
All right. Scribbles, what you been up to?
I did a TEDx today on how the entire country is xenophobic and racist because our immigration policies haven't changed since the 1700s.
Yet. Okay.
Yeah, no, I wish I was exaggerating, but no, I'm not. That's what she said, is that, like, even though she listed off a whole bunch of things that have changed since the 1700s, the Alien and Sedition Act and all these other things, apparently that's still driving our immigration policy today. And she spent 16 minutes telling us this. And yeah, it was very informative. This is a professional historian in Minneapolis who, I forget what it was, but either she was promoted by or promoted Ibram X. Kendi. So I'm not surprised by this. But yeah, it was very informative as to academia. She talked about her students and the places that she teaches and such. So yeah. As a programming note, scheduling snafu, and Tail won't be able to stream with me tomorrow for TED Excellence. We'll do that another time. I don't know if I'll do something else tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. And I'm still debating, depending on how much energy I have, if I want to take the adventure of streaming Night of the Living Dead after this with some commentary, maybe have some people on if they're free. Because Night of the Living Dead is a public domain movie. Little known fact, or maybe well-known fact, I don't know. People who made the movie made the mistake of not actually copyrighting the film on the original print, and consequently, when it was released, it immediately became part of the public domain. So that's why you can watch or stream that and etc. for free without having to worry about royalties or anything. Also, if you decide to buy a copy of The Night of the Living Dead, you're kind of wasting your money because you can just find it free online now, and they can't charge you for it. So there you go. That's all I got right now.
Let's see. Did a Monkey in the Morning last night, and then did a game stream. And as I said, I got my first hunt done. I think we were was it the middle of the second hunt when Little Butt wakes up and crawls into my lap as she does every morning. If she sleeps down here, when she wakes up, she comes out of my bed and just comes and plops herself in my lap and cuddles me. And normally then she goes upstairs. And so I give her cuddles and it's like, Grandma's upstairs. You want to go see her? And she's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, sweetie, I'll take you up there. And she goes, are you going to stay? I'm like, I can't. I have to do this. And she goes, well, I'll stay here with you.
Oh,
she was all grandpa centric today, which was wonderful, but it was great. Gino, thank you. Love Night of the Living Dead. Well, there's one vote for you, I think, Scribe. But there was an excellent moment in that stream, and I told these guys about it off stream. We were in the farmhouse, Bleedsdale, I believe it was. And I'm upstairs trying to get the ghost to come out. And Little Butt's sitting here, she likes scary shit. But there was nothing really scary coming out. And a lot of that game, the scare is the environment, and the sound is a huge part of it. And she didn't have headphones on. So she's just watching me run around the house mostly. But to get the ghost to talk to you or to try to get it to come out, you say its name to annoy it. And her name was Sandra. And I said, Sandra, come out. And without talking to the people in the game with me, I said to Little Butt, you say, Sandra, come out, or Sandra, show yourself. And I held down the button so when she said it, it could be heard by the ghost. The people in the game didn't know Little Butt was about to say that. And so she says it, and ex Bubba Hotep goes, did anybody else just hear a little girl? And it was so great because he was like genuinely freaked out by it. But yeah, there were a couple of cute moments like that in the game. I didn't get to do any more of it because plans got changed. We ended up celebrating Pumpkin's birthday on her birthday. And when they weren't here, I napped because I did not sleep last night at all. So I didn't get much gaming done. We'll do more, I promise. I'm not done with that game, even though Halloween's going to be over. I'm not just doing it for that. I'm actually enjoying the game. Which, by the way, congratulations to them. They've been at the top of the best sell list for like the last 2 weeks. They're outselling everything on Steam right now. So good for them. That leads us to the Humpatries. And no.
Mama Satsu is calling, so give me a second.
Oh, sure. I should also mention that we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus playing, I believe, Phasmophobia right after this for some Halloween scurry-scurs. And that game has gotten creepier, you guys. If you haven't watched it since the Halloween update that came out on the 29th, yeah, it's a little bit creepier. Well, he's talking to Mama Satsu.
Mama says happy Halloween, guys.
Tell her happy Halloween. I love your pumpkins. She knows what it means. Scribbles, what you got for the Humpatry?
Sean Connery died. And
I know, man.
And other than that, not a whole lot today, honestly. I was kind of busy with show stuff, and I didn't really do a heck of a lot else on Twitter today.
Fair enough. Let's see. Do I have stuff? I'm sure I do. Not very much because I wasn't on Twitter at all, really. I was with the girls. That more on Eufio still trying to prove I'm a horrible person. Dude, there's better ways of doing it. What do we have here? There's some things that I did. Oh, MailChimp. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
They put out a change to their email policies. It says MailChimp does not allow the distribution of content that is, in our sole discretion, materially false, inaccurate, or misleading in a way that could deceive or confuse others about important events, topics, or circumstances. They're gonna be like,
we're gonna read your mail
and make sure it's proper.
Yeah, anything that we decide, and they didn't say specifically like anything about this or COVID or something else, but even then, we're going to read your mail, and what are they going to do with it? Like delete it, not deliver it, warn someone, send a report to the FBI? What exactly is the consequence of saying something that MailChimp decides they don't like?
Yeah, because remember, in our sole discretion.
Yes, sole discretion.
They're not even going to the, well, we're going to let Facebook fact check it for us bullshit. Just whatever we believe. And it makes me wonder, like if you go back to the beginning of COVID when there literally were contrary things coming out, which one would they have gone with?
And I didn't know that if I was using MailChimp, I was CCing a team at MailChimp who I don't know with every message I send.
Right? Now, I've never used their service, and with that, I never will.
Nope,
but
never will.
Dear fuck, man. Can you imagine if the post office came out and announced that?
Yeah.
Look, everything, we're not going to let you guys write to each other wrong shit. And I know letters aren't sent as much as they used to, but man, guess with private companies. There was, you know what? We have time to do this on here tonight. I did it last night on Monkey in the Morning, but it's one I skipped yesterday, Scribbles, because it's a little bit more in depth and, or at least has the potential to be. This is a thread that went out yesterday.
Okay.
It started with this. The way men sexually desire Megan Thee Stallion, but also constantly belittle, gaslight, and degrade her, is so reflective of how men, in general, regard women as a whole. Now,
regard women as a whole.
I am disappointed that she spelled whole with the W here.
Yeah, I was about to say. Also, just for a note, I do not find Megan Thee Stallion attractive. So
I said this last night. I don't think she's ugly, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not like, ooh, she's so hot. She's like, okay, she's a person. But this other woman, the comments on this, the comments are fucking Oh my God. Is she an actress? No, she's a singer, guys. She did Wet Ass Pussy with the thief. What's her name? Cardi. Isn't she the one that did it with her?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, this whole thread is nothing but just, yes, all men are like this. All men suck. And this one person that said this, I'll leave this here because it explains it so well. I've kept it to remind me that it's not on women. Men are just awful. And this comes from Marilyn Fry.
Okay.
Do you know who Marilyn Fry is?
I do not.
She is a third wave, second wave feminist. That makes sense.
Third wave, second wave feminist. Okay.
She's from the second wave, but she would fit in perfect with the third.
Okay.
This is what she wrote in the Politics of Reality.
Reality.
To say that straight men are heterosexual is only to say that they engage in sex, fucking exclusively with the other sex, i.e. women.
Oh, yeah.
All or almost all of which pertains to love. Most straight men reserve exclusively for other men. The people whom they admire, respect, adore, revere, honor, whom they imitate, idolize, and form profound attachments to, whom they're willing to teach and from whom they're willing to learn, and whose respect, admiration, recognition, honor, reverence, and love they desire, those are overwhelmingly other men. In their relations with women, what passes for respect is kindness, generosity, or paternalism. What passes for honor is removal to the pedestal. From women, they want devotion, service, and sex. Heterosexual male culture is homoerotic. It is man-loving. You see, guys, we can't treat women well because we're really all just gay. We really just want to bone each other, and occasionally we'd like to use your hole if you'll let us.
Right.
I read this shit. I'm like, are you out of your fucking gourd, lady?
The answer is yes.
Oh man, it hurt my fucking brain reading it. Especially the ones that they want to imitate. That was the one that really jumped out at me, Scribbles.
Well, I mean, if I could imitate Sean Connery,
well, men imitate men and women imitate women. It's just because we're men and they're women. And it strikes me as one of those things like, why don't men want to act like us? Well, because we're men.
Yeah.
Little girls tend to look up to women. Little boys look up to men.
Yeah, I've been hearing nothing but, oh boy, Wonder Woman, finally a superhero for girls.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
When it comes to, who you imitate, yes, because we imitate. As a little boy, you want to grow into a man, so you look at the male examples around you, and that's what you imitate.
And that's why we're so toxic.
It is, because all men suck.
Yep.
The women's are great, though, as they sit there and tell you how men are pretty much worthless. And this woman basically just said, since the men in my life have treated me badly, all men are gay.
Yeah. That explains why nobody wants to date me.
Right. It's not the fact that this bitch looks like an ugly dude.
Hello,
hey,
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my mom, she wanted to say Happy Halloween to everybody. And she said she's probably going to come and watch us play Phasmophobia later.
Oh, cool. I hope she does, because I think it'd be funny to hear her little boy and one of his best friends scream like little girls now and then.
Oh, she loves horror games. Like, that's her thing. As soon as I told her what kind of game it is, she was like, okay, is it on PlayStation? And I'm like,
not yet. Give it time.
No. And she like, whatever. Yeah, so.
But to bring this to it, I don't know if you saw this thread yesterday. Where I jumped ahead of you. I'm doing my bucketry.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which I didn't have much, so we're actually in yesterday land. This woman who's like, men are just horrible to women.
Oh yeah, that's a new and improved narrative.
But as this goes to what we just talked about a little while ago. Since you weren't here, let me read the original post to you again, Satsu. The way men sexualize or sexually desire Megan Thee Stallion, but also constantly belittle, gaslight, and degrade her, is so reflective of how men in general regard women as a whole. WHOLE, although I still say she should have dropped that W. It would have been fitting with what she was trying to say. We just want to fuck women, and we think they're stupid and don't care about them or anything. Imagine a guy writing this shit about women. Thank you, Travis Gardner. Ask Scribe about the Unlordables.
Travis sent a suggestion for a show thumbnail of the Untouchables since John Connery passed away, and I cooked one up real quick, and I'll use it at some point in the future.
There you go. But this horse shit from this lady, and I'll throw this link in the chat. Seriously, guys, go through and read the comments and the women agreeing with this, and how there's literally hashtag no good men out there bullshit. And imagine men pulling that shit with women on Twitter, how fast we would be yeeted off the fucking platform for it. This is nonsense. And it's gotten so fucking insane. So insane. The double standards could not be more clear.
Insane.
As we fight for equality. What you got today, Satsu?
Well, I got some things.
You got some stuffs?
And I got some stuffs.
Nice. I like when you bring both.
Yeah, I try to keep both on hand. Stock is pretty low. Let's see. There was some Twitter fuckery going around. Shocking, right? Well, one of them was actually one of the stories. It was the too many black men wish to be white. And I said, remember this and repeat it until you die. Black people are not a monolith unless it's advantageous to whatever narrative we are currently pushing. Because, you know how that works. And then earlier, I got to see a bunch of radical psychopaths on both sides lose their absolute collective shit.
Over what?
Over an Oreo commercial.
What?
Oreo.
Did you guys see that Oreo commercial?
No.
It is the most innocent, the most adorable thing I think I've ever seen in a while. But it pissed people the fuck off. Wow. I mean, these people were in there heated. Let me explain to you what happened.
Okay.
They're at a carnival, and some little stuffed animal toy kitty comes along and is looking to, I think to get, she was looking at something. I think she wanted something from some general direction. And there was a donkey, a little stuffed donkey. So he jumped down and he went down to help the cat. And then a little stuffed elephant came. And trying to assist the cat, they both started fighting with each other to get the cat whatever it wanted. And then they both realized, you know what? This will be easier if we help each other.
Oh.
So they help each other out. They all enjoy Oreos and milk together. And it's just a beautiful thing. And the tagline that Oreo put was, life is sweeter when we come together.
So it's an orgy commercial.
Adorable.
Oh.
This is the first comment. Super cute and all, but the reality is we have Trumpers running over and shooting people who protest against violent police.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
and getting violent because they prefer to spread a deadly virus.
Oh my God.
I don't feel much like eating cookies with those people.
Oh, wait, is the donkey? I see the donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the cat?
Yeah, the cat's just it's just people. That's just, that represents it's regular people, I guess.
Democrats just chasing pussy?
Could be.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Here's another one. In real life, the donkey would try to share things with the cat while the elephant will keep it all for themselves and take the cat's free cookie and milk and call it socialism.
Oh, God. Really?
Let's keep going. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to find because there were some ones on the right, too. Let me see. There's significantly more on the left because, you know, they're good. They're the good guys. So, of course, they had a bunch of hateful vitriol to spread because that's what good people do. Let me see. God damn. See, I gotta actively search for ones from the actual bad guys. Most of the comments on here are people just saying there was one about the I couldn't remember what it was. So it was something about a bike lock. Anyway, I can't even find it because there's so much other shit to sift through. And the rest of these comments are just like, are you fucking people seriously this pissed off about an Oreo commercial?
Yeah, I did not see that, but I can't be surprised that that's what would piss people off. Dark Resurrect, thank you. People really can't handle tongue in cheek, eh? They can't handle anything today.
Oh, this person said, hey, it's the Democratic and Republican Party fighting over whether or not people should be getting stimulus money. Fortunately, the cat was lucky enough that they came together. Oh man. Yeah, it's go check this out. It's just go to Oreo's main page because that's what the commercial is. And you guys can see it. You could spend quite a bit of time on here picking out some real juicy comments of people being extremely pissed off by this. It's pretty fucked up. Oh, and that prompted this tweet. This is the tweet that I put out earlier. Where is it? I said, the day that the far radical right and the far radical left realize that they are the exact same people with almost the exact same goals and join forces is the day that I will truly believe that America is in trouble. Because based on the shit that I heard in that comment section, if these people ever realize, and I'm talking about en masse, like they all just collectively was like, wait a minute, we all kind of want the same shit. Let's join forces. We would be in some serious trouble. It would be bad news bears for America.
Thank you, Shrouded. Why are the donkey and the elephant used as symbols? I used to know this. I don't remember.
Yeah, I forget.
I wish I did, but yeah. Google.
Yeah, I don't remember either, honestly. And then there was one more thing. Oh, excuse me. There was a person who put up a post about was it Jodie Turner Smith will play Queen Anne Boleyn? Yeah, in a series, and racists are big mad.
I just saw it big mad.
Yeah, racist. When people get upset about a white character playing somebody black, they're just concerned fans or whatever. But no, racists are mad because of this switch. And somebody says, yet white people have been pushing white actors into roles portraying people of color for literally ever. White people say it's just to trigger the libs when POC get upset about that. It's a pretty big win seeing them get a taste of their own medicine. And I said, the beauty of arguments like this is you are literally saying we want to be exactly like the people we hate, and we want to imitate everything that they do. And you think this is a good thing. It's so funny hearing people say, those people are shit. They're terrible people who do terrible things, and we want to be just like them. It's like...
Now it's our turn.
Yeah, it's so weird.
My favorite part of that, though, is like, well, white people used to make these movies like that. I didn't make any of them.
Yeah.
You're not showing me shit.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
It's a movie about Anne Boleyn. Like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Do y'all know what happened to her?
Yeah, she got her head chopped off.
Don't spoil it, Scribe.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Spoilers of history. I apologize.
Yeah. Don't worry. None of these people are educated enough to know that. But when they find out, they're going to be like, oh, now we see. Black people can only take the place of whites when they're getting their heads chopped.
Right. Why didn't they just hang her? Stupid assholes.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Anne Boleyn thing. I really don't give a shit.
Nobody does. Nobody's upset.
Well, I saw several people going, what? Because, I mean, Anne Boleyn was quite white, like really white.
Well, yeah, people were questioning it. People were questioning it, but nobody was mad. Like, people were like, that's a strange decision. They're like, oh, yeah, how do you like it? And they're like, like what? I just thought that was a strange decision.
Okay.
Ask all the British people just how sensitive they are over Anne Boleyn.
Jesus Christ.
It's not like
Yeah.
they hired her to play Diana.
Oh, now.
If they did that, there'd be a revolt in England.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that was the last of my fucketry.
Okay, I need to show you guys something. I just posted this to Twitter. I didn't do more than one game stream today, and this is part of the reason why. This is my hand. That's right now. I took that picture like 4 minutes ago. I didn't do more than one game stream because me and Little Butt, for at least a little while, we're playing Nail Salon.
Aww.
That is her work right there.
Aww.
Damn, how much she charged?
I did hers first.
He charged hugs.
And it was so cute. She wanted hers done in purple and black to match her witch's robe she has.
Aww.
But Grandma doesn't have black nail polish.
Check your line. Just say Ranting Monkey's white.
Right? I know.
White as fuck.
So instead, on the nails she wanted done black, we just used marker. And then she had to blow her nose, and then she reached up and she picks a little bit. And she goes, some of my nail polish came off. I'm like, oh my God. Like, well, wash your hand and we'll redo it.
Monkey, I think you just pulled off the first YouTube hand review.
I also want to show you things. See the way my fingers are sitting? See how they're wide apart? And I cannot actually push these two fingers together. And these two will not touch each other either. That's how this next injury, when I tell you guys my hands are fucked up, that's it. And you see this right here? Since we're doing a reveal, that line right there, that dark space, that is the scar of a rug burn from falling down the stairs.
Oh,
Battle scars.
Battle scars. Yeah, that's me, you guys. I'm honky as shit, man. And remember, guys, I've been inside for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
I don't think if you took all of the time that I've left my house and added it up, it's probably not 48 hours.
I'm getting Monkey some vitamin D for Christmas.
I know, right?
Probably necessary. Look, I drink a lot of milk still, so I'm good. Woman hands, dude. You need to check down below if you think that's a woman hand, dude.
What kind of hand jobs you getting?
Oh shit!
Holy fuck!
Not to quote Star Wars, but that's a trap, man. It's a trap.
Yeah, they not supposed to walk off with your dick.
Sit by the window. I am sitting by a window, and some light does come in here, but yeah, I don't go outside. So, I had a lot of fun playing with them today, and she was so grandpa centric, man. She was not letting me get away from her at all. To the point where it's like, I'm gonna go downstairs and have a cigarette. Is that okay? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. She goes, I'm coming with you. I'm like, oh my God. Like, all right, I guess I'll do it later. Because I try not to do that around here. Dude, you at least got to spend time with Grand Monkey. I'm happy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. I enjoyed it. Look, having my nails painted, I have a daughter myself. This is not the first time my nails have been painted. This will be washed off tomorrow, but until she leaves, her artwork is going to stay right there on both hands. Because I'm a good grandpa. Did you guys do anything special for Halloween? Not really. I mean, we celebrated Pumpkin's birthday, which is special. And the kids went trick-or-treating and dressed up, but we didn't do anything family-wise. You guys?
Nope.
I had a boneless jungle ham.
What is jungle ham?
You ain't never had a boneless jungle ham?
I might have. I don't know by that name, though.
It's a watermelon.
God damn you.
I've never heard that before.
I'm not dignifying that with further response.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is question time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat now. We'll do our best to get to them. Scribbles, have you decided if you're doing your stream or not?
I'm wondering about my energy level at this point because I'm already starting to feel sleepy.
They say that's late for you, man.
I know, that's the thing. I don't have to be up early tomorrow, so that helps. But I don't know. I will let you guys know via Twitter, yes or no, in the next half hour or so. But then you guys are game streaming. I don't want to step on anybody's stuff. So that makes me feel kind of guilty too.
No, man. Look, because especially when we talk about it or whatever. At the end of the day, if the people who wanted to show up to watch Phasmophobia wanted to watch it, they'd watch it. If they want to go do something else, then they're going to go do something else. So
in chat, Backscan says, I got a broke washer and dryer for Halloween. You got married to a chick with no job today?
Oh, wow.
oof.
You should have got one with a job, man.
Oof. Now that was just
what I did.
Shows how gay he is.
Furry Kitten, thank you. I have seen Scottish Wraith. I've seen Scottish Wraiths that were better rain tan than that. That's what you get for being demyelinated. I don't know what that word is. Delaminated? I can't say that. DEMELINATED. Demelanated. Ah, gotcha.
demelanated. Okay.
Well, the way that it breaks up over on Streamlabs, the word is cut in half.
Let's see if you could get it, and you did. So good for you, Monkey.
I finally figured it out. I'm not the best reader with that kind of shit anyway. And then seriously, Scribbles, you don't have Streamlabs. They cut it off mid-word. And it's not like they break it up like at a normal point that a text program would. No, just wherever they run out of room on that line. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Ebony Williams, who says, you have an all right looking hand. My hands, I have beautiful hands. They're just all fucked up now from years of use. But thank you.
Years of use.
Scribe Light, do you have a gallery of past Lords of the Night movie posters?
I do have a little video. I mean, I used it when I was doing the opacity test on the screen thing yesterday. I used a little video clip of just stills of various thumbnails that I've cooked up. At this point, it's out of date quite a bit but yeah, I do have a lot. I have them all saved. As far as like a gallery, not in a place that could be viewed online. I'd have to figure that one out. I suppose I could make like a long Twitter thread with them, but yeah. So that's the answer.
Sorry, Lords, would y'all try some bacon wrapped chicken tenders with a ranch dip, a side of crinkle cut potatoes fried in lard, and a sensual orange hexagonal mug of pineapple vodka? What do you mean sensual orange hexagonal mug?
The mug would be hexagonal, as in it's shaped like a hexagon, and it's just has,
But how's it sensual?
Well, I don't, that part I don't know, but at least part of it is the shape, and so.
Somebody get turned on by, okay.
Maybe it's like onto words or something. I don't know.
I suppose, I mean, there's nothing there I wouldn't try. I mean, I'm not a big vodka drinker, but yeah, I'd eat it. Did you talk to them about America backing India against China? We haven't talked about that on this show. The U.S. has been in meetings with India the last few days, and we've come to a defensive pact with them against China. That has some serious implications depending on, how the world goes. We had Chinese incursions into Indian territory not long ago. I don't know how much there is to say about it right now, other than it is definitely something to be keeping an eye on, because it can have big implications in the world. It could impact the world bigly.
Bigly.
Furry Kitten, thank you again. Who sews Crow's clothes? Sue sews Crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow. Sue's whose clothes? Sue's clothes. Ha! I did it. No, it's big or weird words that get me. I can usually do tongue twisters.
Sensual, hexagonal.
Hexagonal.
Yeah, whatever.
But again, yeah, the India thing, it is interesting. I hadn't even heard of it. Somebody mentioned to us last night on Monkey in the Morning and went and looked up. I'm like, holy shit.
Gosh, the media not reporting on international stuff that Trump's working on. Imagine that.
And especially something like that. I mean, the news coming out of the Middle East, that is huge and should be getting a whole lot more attention than it has. You're talking about the United States and India signing a defensive pact against China? That should be like, everybody should go, whoa, maybe we should look over here for just a minute. Just pay attention to what's going on right there. But no, it's Hunter Biden fucked whores. Understatement says humans fall flat as the gamers party game. Now I'm forever down to play. Also, have any of you seen the TV series Spartacus with John Hannah and Lucy Lawless? I recommend it. I've never watched it. We actually do have the DVDs. My son bought them, but I've never sat and watched them.
First season or two is really good, and then of course the main actor unfortunately died of skin cancer or something. It was crazy.
Oh,
but it's very very gory, very violent, lots of nudity, and some people in there who are more famous now than they were at the time. So first season is definitely worth it. I can't speak so much to. I remember seeing the second season, but I don't remember much. And then after that, I think they went to a prequel because the actor had passed away or couldn't work anymore. So something. Yeah.
Satsu, you watch Spartacus?
No.
All right. What do all zodiacs have except cancer?
Murder victims.
Hair. Have you seen Trump's tweeted video of the Biden bus in Texas? Twitter's melting down over it. No.
I've seen a lot of videos of like, here's this rally in Pennsylvania right now, and there's like a zillion people there, and I'm like, holy fuck. Yeah, Matt Christensen did a video today talking about the polls and the likelihoods and things like that, and I don't know. It could go either way still in my mind.
Well, tonight, did you see that a day or so after you talked about Jessica Yanev suing that beauty contest that both Bering and Lauren Chen did videos on the same subject? No?
I can believe it. I didn't see it.
We are often cutting edge. That's just fact.
So I was just scrolling down and I saw this ad for a movie apparently called The Son of Bigfoot.
Oh.
And the comment on here is, hold on, we're not just going to look at this fucking picture and not ask the question that's on everybody's mind. Who the hell found and fucked a Bigfoot? And somebody was like, this is a children's movie, relax. And it was like, no, fuck that shit. We need to know.
Yeah, that's a valid question. I'm sorry. Furry Kitten, thank you again, who says, I do not know where family doctors acquire illegibly perplexing handwriting. Nevertheless, extraordinary pharmaceutical intellectuality counterbalancing indecipherability. God, that's one of the ones that got cut in the middle. Transcendentalizes intercommunication incomprehensibleness. If you're trying to prove that I have trouble with big words, you did it. But thank you for the donations. I'm okay with it. I know my flaws.
Limitations.
I would still want to be me if I wasn't.
Oh.
Monk is white proof. White men are. I don't think that's a real sentence. I'm going to need you to write that one again. Would y'all be up to another cripple of the apocalypse that is dedicated to the game?
What?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Keldrig, thank you. So when do the Sexy Witches come out, or is that canceled this year? Oh, it's canceled this year, homie. You might find them on Instagram. You're still going to have thoughts over there that have to make money.
No, they're busy prepping the next hex for Trump when if you will.
Yeah.
That's right, because isn't tonight the night of the hex?
Oh, yeah, probably. Makes sense.
Because there's like a double moon thingy that happened. I don't fucking know. Quintessential Halloween movie.
Halloween.
That's cheap.
Sorry.
You say that, but my answer would probably be Halloween 2.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. 2 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Twitches.
Real answer, Scribbles?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Okay. I thought you were kidding.
I didn't have to say it.
Nobody likes that movie. Why?
Nobody likes that movie.
I just
It's got an evil Sam Hain cult trying to turn kids' heads into bugs and worms.
Yeah, that's why it's got so many sequels.
I think Hoketh Poketh.
Oh my God. You Philistines. Philistines!
Kyla says you guys should check out In Silence for Playing with the Audience. That's one where there's one of the people is the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not one I'm interested in. I like where we're playing against NPC things, not each other. Not like that. If we want to play against each other, we'll jump into Humans Fall Flat. Which, by the way, if you guys don't watch the Tardy Tubbies, you're missing out. Tardy Tubbies were in full effect last night. Oh my God.
Yeah, we were being idiots as usual.
And it's not always on purpose. I just want to throw that out there. Will Abraham Lincoln, Lyndon Johnson, and Bill Clinton eventually be portrayed by black actors? I don't know.
Musical. Manuel Miranda thing going on, probably.
Extra Spooky said quintessential Halloween movie or something you got to watch every year. He had a second follow-up there.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
I don't think there's a Halloween movie that I have to watch every year. Now, Christmas, sure, but Halloween, no. I just, whatever's striking the mood at that moment.
Well, because I'm married to Squishy, the Grinch every Christmas, because she likes that movie, the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, the Jim Carrey one?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
When it comes to Christmas, I have tons. I have a whole season worth of watching. The Ref and Scrooged and Indeed. I never say that because whoever's in stream with me will say it. I know that is a fact. I've been testing it and it's true. What other ones?
How about Jingle All the Way? Isn't that your favorite movie?
I don't know. But Ernest Saves Christmas is actually on my list. Yeah, there's a bunch of the Christmas movies. Yeah, just with horror movies. I mean, the whole point is just to get scared, and if you're a fraidy cat like me, any of them will do.
But Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't really consider a Halloween movie. It's just a scary movie. So you can watch that any time of year. Monkey's hand is so beautiful that I'm going to make hentai out of that hand.
Ooh.
He's going to draw a vagina right in the middle of it because they like to do weird shit like that.
Monk, I like your leathery working girl hands. The rough they are, the better it gets.
Oh, my God.
Those are hands that have done hard work in their life, my friend.
And this is why he doesn't show his face.
Oh, because, yeah. They'd be sleeping right now because they've already beat off and been smoking a cigarette and passed out.
Wow.
Y'all creaming over a hand.
Would that be hand cream?
Wow. That could mean a totally different thing in a hentai.
Ebony asks, fuck, marry, kill, Joan of Arc, Harriet Tubman, or Eleanor Roosevelt. I think the only one I know what they look like is Harriet Tubman. And
I know what Eleanor Roosevelt looks like.
I mean, Harry will be good for a tumble at least.
Yeah, Eleanor Roosevelt is not an attractive woman.
I know what anime has told me Joan of Arc looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't she a teenager?
I don't know.
She was like, I want to say something like 15 or 16 or something, supposedly, something like that.
Yeah, so that's a hell no on Joan. She didn't get to play that game. Do you think it has anything to do with both of us being disabled? What?
Ooh, what?
Oh, why does my voice trigger Ranting Monkey? Oh, wait. When have I heard your voice?
I am
Yeah.
so confused.
I'm puzzled.
I.
Are they
Oh, no. I misread that. Why does your voice trigger my phone, Monkey? And asking if it's because we're both crippled. I have a voice that'll here. Okay, Google. Now, there's a whole bunch of people in chat whose phones just went, huh? My wife cannot do that to my phone. My son cannot do that to my phone, but I can set off his. I just have a voice that Google listens to. They're like, holy shit, did you hear that? I need to hear it. He's probably about to say something we can kick him off Twitter for. Where are we at? I just sound manly and the phone likes it. Just like your mom and your sister.
Oh, I just forgot to say something at YouTube time that I did today.
Oh, please do.
I did after hearing that Sean Connery died, I did a brief reading of his speech from the Hunt for Red October, where he announces to the crew what they're going to do and what the plan is and everything, because it's a great little speech. I didn't do it justice in any way, shape, or form. It's the first thing that occurred to me to do as a very tiny memorial to the man and my favorite role of his. So there you go.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but that's how I found out Sean Connery was dead. Lady Monkey came upstairs and told me. She said, "Yeah, Scribe just did the reading." Where'd that go?
Video, holy cow! That thing jumped in views quicker than just about anything I've ever posted on my channel. So I don't know if it's timely, whatever. But that was really cool too.
Summer, thank you. Monkey Hands OnlyFans when? What you gonna give me to do it? How much you willing to pay?
Oh, my video came back. Oh, they released my video.
Oh, cool. Good to hear.
Monetize it, or did they just release it? Let's see if I got a message. Well, they didn't send me. YouTube didn't send me a message, of course. Let's see, just really quick. Okay, so anybody who wanted to see the racial justice has to happen before climate justice TEDx, it's back up, and it's ineligible for monetization, but it's publicly viewable, and I'm fine by that. So there you
go. Did you guys see the video of Obama looking for Biden? No.
Oh, that, yeah. So Obama's up there and he's doing the warm-up speech for Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, everybody, it's Joe Biden. And he looks around. He says, Joe Biden. And he's not there. He's just not there, ready to walk up and actually do anything. It's fucking hilarious.
You know what? That goes with what I was going to say anyway, because no, I didn't see that, but I saw that they were in Michigan together. I said this when Obama first was being sent out on the campaign trail for Joe. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Obama, whether you like him or not, he was a energetic speaker. Crowds really took to him. He's got the charisma going on, and Joe has none of that. And it is this vast difference between people, and that's not what you want to highlight about Joe Biden, that he is not Obama. Even if you hate Obama as the speaker and as a political optical view, you don't want to remind people that, yeah, he's the reason we voted, not that old white guy there.
Well, here's the other thing, too. Do you want to be the comedian that goes up after Robin Williams?
Right. Mash, thank you. Scribe, don't be so sad. Just bury Sean in Africa and he'll be back in no time.
Oh man, that movie, as terrible as it is, there are scenes in that movie and pieces that are guilty pleasures, and most of them are Sean Connery's, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But with the Biden thing, I mean, it's bad enough that you have both of them on the campaign trail, so there is that thing, and then you put them both together. Like, oh no, if I was running that campaign, no way in hell that would have happened. I'd have Obama out there for us, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not putting Joe on stage with him to remind people that he's not Obama. Fuck no. Did you see the Guardian article about how not to mansplain to female astronauts? Somebody was talking about it, but I didn't see it.
Okay. On the off chance I ever actually meet a female astronaut, what am I not supposed to say?
I don't know, but did you see there was a thing about they're thinking that maybe the first mission, was it to Mars or the next moon mission or something? They were just going to send women up to keep sexism from happening or some stupid shit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Lord's Powers, you poop liquid gold or pee any dressing dip you could imagine. I'll take the gold.
Yeah. That's nobody has to see me do that, and then I can be rich.
Why it got to be liquid though?
Well, I mean, you trust me, you don't want a fucking ingot coming out of your ass.
Rounded, it be a coin. Why not those coins?
Is it molten when it comes out? That's why it's liquid, or what? That's bizarre.
That better not be slang for Velveeta.
So hold on. Presumably, you still have to eat like a person. So is the stuff you eat like in the gold?
That's interesting. Maybe we turn it into gold.
Okay, yeah, your fucking stomach turns shit into gold.
Yeah.
Well, it's just golden shaped. I mean, it's like turds.
Why not nuggets? Yeah.
They're golden.
I'm not talking about bricks. Just like anyway. Emmy says, "My lords, do you think making Anne Boleyn black is trying to bank on the success of Hamilton? Is it a musical?
Oh, I don't know.
I guarantee you Hamilton would not have been as popular as it is if it had just been a straight play. The music in that is what sells that show, and it is a great show. If you like musical theater, it is a great fucking show. Don't make me start singing it. I will.
I mean, I honestly, I don't really have a problem with what they're doing. It's more the what is it? The outrage salivation that's going on. It's like, oh boy, people are gonna be pissed off at this, and it's like,
Yeah.
Is that the reason that they're doing it? Because if the reason that they're doing it is just to bait people, is just to use it as a method of gaining controversy, well, they're probably going to succeed because it's being generated of its own accord, whether there's actually anybody quote unquote offended by it or not. But I don't have a problem with it. Did you ever hear about the version of, what was it? I think it was King Lear. Was it King Lear? No, Macbeth. That's what it was. Orson Welles, back in the 30s, I think it was. He put on a stage production of Macbeth, except the entire thing was set in Africa, and all the actors were black, and the entire aesthetic was like African tribes. And so controversial and everything else. And it was just like reinterpreting a story using actors that you choose or something. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this before and we won't see it again. But what ticks me off more than anything else is it just feels, it's so pandering. It's the neo-black exploitation. It's like, we're going to put a black actor in this role just to drum up controversy, or at least that's what it seems like the entire purpose is. And if it gets the money, it gets the butts in the seats. Well, and congratulations, you succeeded. But it's kind of, I'm just a cynic that way, I guess.
If they come out and tell me that she was the best actress for the role, I'll be like, fine, great, put her in there. I don't give a shit. When it comes to historical figures and stuff, I do wish they would do it based on what they look like. I don't want to see a fat, nerdy, white Martin Luther King, no matter how good the actor is. Not because I don't want race swapping or anything, just because it's going to fuck with my ability to enjoy the movie, because I know that's not what he looked like.
You don't want Patton Oswalt playing Martin Luther King Jr.? Oh, why not?
Really
Monkey, racist.
Yes. I am racist against Patton Oswalt because he's a fucking moron.
Patton Oswalt is not a race, Monkey.
Yes, he is. Look at him. There's at least 100 people in there.
Oh, God.
Little troll motherfucker. But no, I don't like. I watched Hamilton and I got lost in the show. I didn't even give a shit about the color of the people. It was just so well done, and they perform their roles so well. If you're going to do that, fine. Just knock it off with the outrage shit. If it's, as you said, if it's just, haha, we're getting back at white people. White people didn't do that. Some white people did, and most of them are dead now.
Yeah.
So stop it. If they're the best actor for the role, good for them. I'm glad they got the part. Caramon, thank you. Woohoo. Happy Krilloween, everybody. Make your tides rise and your seas be calm. Or may your tides rise and your seas be calm. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Pincalo, thank you. Rich Evans as George Washington Carver. Who's Rich Evans?
Rich Evans is one of the guys at Red Letter Media.
Oh.
He's a national treasure.
I don't know them by name, so I know who they are. I just don't know.
You would love their stuff, Monkey. You really need to watch it. It's really. I've
seen some.
Okay,
I just don't know them by name.
Oh man, Rich Evans, Mike, Jay, Jack Packard, all those guys are great.
Well, he said as George Washington Carver, and what I thought is Chris Jackson plays George Washington in Hamilton. And Hamilton is written by Lin-Miranda, and most of the cast is people that he's worked with this stage show they've done for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And as you watch it, Chris is the only one who could have played George Washington. He comes out, he is a presence on the fucking stage. That is George. And if you can pull that off, I don't care what fucking color you are. Really don't. Let's see. Who are you rooting for? Armenia or Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan?
Yeah. I don't know. Rooting for what?
For soccer or something?
I'm American, man. I'm rooting for football. Oh, Lords. Where Cheese Scribe did?
What is this about?
I don't
really
know.
I honestly don't. I have no frame of reference for whatever this is. And if it's just going to become a running joke of us being confused over what it is, more power to you. But I do not know.
No idea. Attack Alpaca says, have you ever tried a pumpkin spice latte? If you have, did you like it? If you haven't, do you think you would? I haven't tried it, and no, I know I wouldn't like it because that's coffee. I don't like coffee.
I have because I used to work at a Target, and as a Target employee, you're pretty much obligated to try everything that they have because they're always giving it to you every time you walk past. So I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan, but I guess I can see why people do.
Scribbles?
Sorry, what was the question? I'm sorry. Somebody asked in Twitter, do you do merch? And I'm like,
no,
yeah.
You're fine, dude. Look, we all get distracted from time to time. You ain't got to apologize for that. Just say, I didn't hear the question, and we'll move on.
All right, I didn't hear the question.
You have to be that damn polite all the time.
Fuck you. What do you want?
There you go. Would you try a pumpkin spice latte, or have you tried one?
I have, and
there you go. They're telling us that the Trump video is the Biden campaign bus being followed around by the hearse and the different trucks. Fair enough.
yes.
Yeah.
There's a Clinton pre-death hearse or something on it. Title on the back that was falling around the bus.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I saw. Well, somebody had asked us if we saw Trump's tweet, so I haven't seen Trump tweet it out, but that's been going on for a couple of days. So yeah, I saw it. Since December will be 9 months after March, do you think a baby boom, at least among married couples, will start?
I told y'all.
Possibly so. Yeah.
We got the Corona babies are gonna be coming pretty soon.
I don't know because they've scared people into not even having sex. There's actual stories written. Should we even have sex right now?
Yeah, those are. There are people reading this article like, wow, this is really concerning, and they're fucking like while they're reading.
No, there's people scared enough that, I mean, they weren't fucking beforehand. You throw Corona on top of it.
Were you a Corona baby?
Corona baby.
What? I don't know how to say that word. I'm not even going to give it a try. Another monostream says, Phasmophobia monkey. You said something confusing to us earlier, didn't you? I think that was the one about a cripple or something. I forget.
Oh, I think they were talking about joining us, maybe? When they was like, yeah, possibly.
Guys, when we play here over on 2 Cents Plus in a few minutes, we'll be opening it up to the audience, right?
Yeah, it's first come, first serve, obviously. Once you get a turn, you wait until everybody in the chat has at least joined at least once, and then you can hop back in. We're pretty open about this, and people are pretty good about taking turns. So,
but if you don't, I will kick your ass out. Lords tonight, did you pass out candy? We'll end on that one. No, because I haven't done that except for the first year we lived here. And we passed out. We did pass out all the candy, but it was to me.
Monkey just sat on the fucking sidewalk like trick or treat, and they just threw candy at him.
I was so sad that we got no trick or treaters here, and I understand it. Where I live, the road I live on, most people in this town don't even know it exists. You say it to them, and they're like, "That's a street?" Like, yeah. So they don't even know to come here. But I was so excited to have trick or treaters, and yeah, we got none. So we've never bought any other time. Oh, we've never bought any to pass out.
You got to make it worth their time. Just tell them you're giving away bags of candy.
Well, the people in this town, they do. There's several places that give out full size candy bars to all the kids. They're really generous around here, but yeah, nobody comes up this way. Scribbles, you pass out candy?
No, I never get any visitors at all. Like I said, my apartment building is situated in such a location that it's away from any real residential place, and it's kind of off in the corner and dark place. Yeah, we never have anybody come here.
And you, Satsu?
No, I live in an apartment too, so
there you go. With that, guys, we are going to wrap up here. Scribbles, you going to do your show?
No, I'm running out of gas, so maybe next time would be another time. Maybe I'll get up a collection of public domain stuff and occasionally have a movie night or something that's copyright free to hang out with. But an idea that I just had too late this time around. Sorry, guys.
Scribble's not going to stream unless he has gas.
No.
That's what you just told us.
You're out of gas, bro.
It is a turn of phrase.
I'm not the only one that heard that, right?
It's a turn of phrase, Monkey. It's not. Never mind.
Maybe you
He's
should.
not bloated. He can't stream.
Oh my god.
Are you going to be
try
able
not
to tomorrow?
turn frames.
I haven't decided yet. I'll have to go to the Shell station first.
Fair enough. We'll be over on 2 Cents Plus right after this, guys, playing some more Phasmophobia. If you have the game, you have a chance to play with us. So come hang out. That is on 2 Cents Plus. This is the number 2, CENTSPLUS. Links for all of our channels are down below, including 2 Cents Plus and Satsu's cooking channel. So check those out. Our Twitters are down there. Follow us because YouTube worth the shit. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the donations. Scribbles, Satsu, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought you were out of gas. Have a happy Halloween, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Your lives make me sad. Scribbles doesn't have to fart.